What's going on, y'all? It's Drizzum Gaming, and I'm back with another episode of my UAB Dynasty, episode number 3, now of this series. In the last two episodes, we were able to come away with wins over FCS and Navy, 42 to 14 and 35 to 14, 35 to 14, respectively. We now have a 2-0 record going into week 3 versus Akron. In the last couple weeks, we kind of sputtered on offense, but we're also still able to put up points kind of later in the game. So maybe we're a second half team. I don't know yet. But Coach Dave Cena is now looking to defend home turf in a midnight kind of going into late afternoon game at Protective Stadium. So, without further ado, Akron is a much worse team than us. I expect us to come out possibly with a win. We'll see what happens. But this is the last week of preparation that we get before we have to go on the road to Tennessee, which is going to be a really, really big test. I'm excited to see possibly what the team can do. You know, if we can see about going into Neyland Stadium and coming out with an upset. But I'll be back in just a second when we get this game on the road. So yet another week that we have at Protective Stadium as we bring Corey Milner out after another second straight highlight reel of a game, as is stated on the screen. 105 yards for 2 touchdowns in last week's game against Navy, and now looking to help Kitna get back on a roll. As you see, we have a pretty nice crowd today, and something that you probably noticed in the last couple of videos, and something you'll definitely see in this late afternoon game, is I'm really in love with what EA did with dynamic lighting, the way it's presented. You'll see as this game goes on more into the afternoon, it'll definitely change the lighting dynamic.
Very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And a really
3rd and 2 here, early in the game, on about our own 49, looking to cross over into Akron Zip territory, and we're just going to hand it right off to Rogers, who's getting his first carry of the season, and he'll help us get across on the first down.
every offensive coordinator in the country. They come in the game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes.
And so here we are on yet another 3rd down on this drive. Now at our the Akron 38-yard line, we're going to send a little motion here, get a little trap play, see if Javon Jackson can't reach his arm across, get us a first down. This has been kind of a recurring theme that we start off our first drive pretty good. In the last 2 episodes, we got a touchdown there at the end of the first quarter in the FCS game, and we didn't come out with points against Navy. So there's something I'm definitely looking to change here, a challenge that I set for myself per se, to see about scoring on the first drive. As soon as I say it, every time, I knew it. I was going to jinx myself. And I jinxed myself, and Branch is able to take it out to our 44. Every time I say that we are going to get points on the first drive, or I'm looking to get points on the first drive, I throw an interception. And so that's going to bring Kitna's interception total this season to 6. Many of those not his fault. Hopefully we'll continue to get better passing the ball, as now we'll see Akron's offense out and get them in an early 3rd down situation. And so with 3rd and 2, and Akron threatening now off the interception, we're looking to take away the threat, and we'll get our own interception. Just playing straight man there on the RPO. Kind of had everything covered.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on
So we'll get Kitna back out now on 1st and 10 off our own interception,
in return. There are a
and
lot
throw
of ways
another wickedly bad pass off my back foot, giving it right back to Akron for a pick 6.
And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Zips.
awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage.
And a nightmare start now for UAB, as now I bring Kitna's interception total to 7. Before we even get out of the first quarter in our second drive, I throw picks on back-to-back drives. This isn't even on Kitna. This isn't even a skill thing. This isn't even the Akron's any good whatsoever. This is just completely on me.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult.
So now on 3rd and 2, with a minute and a half left in the quarter, we're just looking now to survive and keep the ball, possibly get into our own territory once again. We're now looking at the 3rd straight week of possibly getting no points or less than 7 points, which is not going to spell very good. However, I could always be wrong, because when I say things that are the opposite happens, as Iverson Hooks is able to muscle us down to our own 24-yard line here shortly before the quarter is up, as now we'll give Caleb Brown his first catch of the game. We'll try to see about running one more play before the quarter is over. I know it's a rush to try to get points, but it worked. And Corey Milner once again gets us a touchdown before the quarter is over, bringing his touchdown total to 6 on the season. On one hand, to start this second quarter, we did indeed get points. On the other hand, I'm quite disappointed in how the first quarter went overall. Throwing 2 interceptions, two very pointless interceptions to start the quarter is not the ideal way of starting a game, starting a quarter. Definitely can't have that against Tennessee next week. Well, they'll for sure run us out of the stadium early. Won't have much of a chance to have it just be a 7-7 game against an SEC opponent. It's just not likely.
To the air, it's Fenwick. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Zips.
3rd and 13 now. Akron once again looking to possibly get off the field here early. What I can appreciate about our defense is they will force a 3 and out. They will keep your offense off the field. Now we have another chance to get the ball back, go put up some points, put some spread between us now. Something I wish that I had mentioned, since we have Javon Jackson in the backfield right now, is that I noticed, I realized the name, but I couldn't remember. Javon Jackson, former Austin Peay running back, former UTEP minor. UTEP was one of my first dynasties of college football last year, as we're able to get a very big catch there from Caleb Brown. And Javon Jackson was a junior last year, and I did not realize that he had transferred to UAB, and so I'm excited for him to get another opportunity, as well as I'm excited to use him again for a second year. He's a really excellent agile running back. As now we'll put Jacobs in, and Jacobs will waltz right into the end zone, giving us now a 14-7 lead. Now you see that it is getting a little bit darker. They're starting our light show. I'd love to see fans at the top of the stadium here pretty soon, but I know we probably got a ways to go. I know we don't quite have 47,000 inside the stadium, but one day we will. One day. So now we're creeping up to the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to see what Akron will do now that they are on our side of the 50. Still a little bit of ways away. Not close enough to get a field goal at all, but they have all 3 timeouts, and so do we. And we'd love to get back on the field, as I'm sure they would, as there's just a flat-out drop. I think he heard his teammates' footsteps.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang bang.
Just simply dropped the ball, worked out in our favor. Now it's 3rd and 9. With a minute and 55 seconds left to go, with a little bit of stadium posts, even though we lack the full capacity. And there is a sack again by our senior leader, Nigel Tate, which I think will be his 3rd or 4th so far on the year. As I would love nothing more here than for Corey Milner to get open, but what I would love more is to get points. And we'll see about Corey Milner helping us do just that as we go to him on the first play of the drive. And even over 2 defenders, Kitna is able to put it out. He's kind of getting his momentum back. Led him to the right spot as we'll now go to Caleb Brown on this zig route. And we'll get another first down. And despite the rough start to the game, Kitna now with 200 yards, a touchdown. He started off the quarter cold, and he's ending it hot, which is a really, really good revelation for us. As Akron will use their first time out of the half, looking to possibly see about getting the ball back, if we are to score here, to close out this drive. As Javon Jackson will sneak in and get us a touchdown, and we will now go up 14. And I want you to pay attention to what is also going on with this dynamic lighting in this light show, because it's going to be completely dark after halftime. If you haven't already played this game and experienced that, or just noticed the dynamic lighting, I hope this is your first experience actually noticing it. 3rd and 7 here on Akron's first drive out of the half. Looking to see about getting a stop, see about getting our offense back on the field as they take a shot. Fisher's there. He breaks it up. It's now 4th down. We have a chance to go ahead and completely put this game away.
It's 4th down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Couldn't find his man last.
3rd and 6. Kind of threatened to get in our territory. We got Jacobs in the backfield. 2.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. We definitely want to try to add some more points here. As we'll go 4th and 4 and give our offense one more chance. As bad as I want to run this, I'm just going to drop back and throw it and get just enough from hooks to make it a first down. So now we'll hand it off a couple times, kind of bleed out the clock.
Running back searching for a hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3.
And Javon Jackson will find a little space.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and
And so with 1st and goal, winding down on that clock here in the 3rd quarter, of course we want to go ahead and punch it in. So we're going to hand it off to Jacobs. And I had everything on the right side there if I just continued to go that way. I don't know why the defender crashed down like that. But we're going to try to score here before we get out of this 3rd quarter. See if we can't make it a 3-score game. As Brown has the outside. Jukes a man. Gets into the end zone. It is a 3-score game, and that is exactly what I was talking about with the dynamic lighting. And the night show now looks completely different at the end of the 2nd quarter as it does now at the end of the 3rd quarter, man. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I can't wait until we get this this new stadium full.
now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On yet another 3rd down with 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. I'm really liking where we are right now. Getting ready to go on the road to Tennessee. This is exactly what I wanted to see again from my defense. Offense played very irresponsibly in the 1st quarter myself. But after those 2 interceptions, we were able to bounce back and score on just about every drive thereafter. Akron, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, as we get another sack by Nigel Tate, now looking like his 4th or 5th sack on the year. Didn't even realize that was 4th down as we take over in our own territory. But definitely what I wanted to see before we get ready to go to Tennessee. Like I said, we just want to make it really competitive, as we definitely don't want to see Isaiah Jacobs go down at this point in the game. The game mightily in control. We don't want to lose a guy like that before we get ready to go on the road or for any time this season. And so we'll sub Jacobs out for the rest of the game with Ingram, as they are asking what we'll do. We'll preserve him and let him go ahead and rest up for next week. And we'll hand it off here to Javon Jackson, who will stick his toe in the dirt again and get us a 1st down. Continue to drain the clock out. And so with under 6 minutes to remain, of course, like I said, we're just trying to run it out now, drain the clock, go ahead and get out of this week, week 3, with another win. A very big win for us. I think it's going to match our total for maybe a year ago, or if not match, it'll get us really close to whatever the total was last year. I think it may have been 4 wins. So we'll give Javon Jackson yet another snap and a really, really late hit, and yet another touchdown on the season and in this game. As this will probably be just about close to the end of this video. This game is healthily in hand. We'll get ready to prep for the Tennessee week. So I will be back in just a minute with a wrap up and closing for this video, episode number 3. Stay tuned. And so with that, that will give us a win total of now 3 wins on the season. 3-0 to start the season. Player of the game, Jalen Kitna, despite the really shaky start. 233, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 by air, 1 by foot. Had a garbage time touchdown where I was trying to throw the ball, but he ran it in. Getting ready for Tennessee week. Hopefully in the next episode or the episode after that, I'll probably update with some recruiting if we're able to get some recruits to commit. But we start with visits just to show some differences that I've noticed from the new game as opposed to last year's game. 42-point game, 35-point win. The 3rd straight game that we put up 35 points or more, so I know we're capable of putting up points. We just need to get started a little bit earlier. Maybe it's against bad teams. Maybe we're just really good. I'm not sure. But in the next episode, like I said, you'll see the Tennessee game, so be prepared for that. As always, like, share, subscribe if you're new. Comment down below anything that you want to see. And until the next time, I'm out.